Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your trading watch list and market talk for the 21st of March. That's going to be Thursday. Happy first day of spring today. So the market response to the Fed Reserve was a big range in the markets today, but in the end, this is how we ended. The Nasdaq Composite was plus 5. The Dow Jones was down 142 on the day. We were down worse. The S&P 500 ended up the day minus 8. The Dow Jones transports down 134 points there. So the FOMC, the announcement came out, and then we had the chair, Jerome Powell, answering questions at 2:30. The Fed did not raise rates, not planning to raise rates for 2019. Very accommodative, very dovish. And the SPY did a lot of backing and filling and a fade into the close tonight. The TLT was up, which means bond yields were down. The dollar was up today, the dollar was down today, which drove commodities up. And I'll show you all this in a moment. The XLF, the financials, the big banks were down hard today. The regional banks were down even worse. Boeing and after hours, the FBI is getting involved, so Boeing moving down in the after hours tonight. Micron Technologies (MU) came with earnings after the bell, and we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the things that were moving around. This is the calendar from Trade Exchange, the news service. So pretty straightforward for you tomorrow. EIA natural gas numbers coming out at 10:30, and you do get some Fed speak coming up on Friday. Let's go ahead and take a look at companies that reported earnings. So you had GIS, General Mills, report earnings this morning. Micron after the bell tonight. Williams, Sonoma, WSM, Guess, Jeans reported earnings. We'll take a look at those in a few minutes. Tomorrow you get Canadian Solar, CSIQ symbol there before the open. Nike reports after the bell on Thursday. JKS and Tiffany, Jinko Solar will be reporting Friday before the open. Let's go ahead and take a look at our trusty heat map, courtesy of FinViz. So you see the FANG names did real well today. Google up almost 2% on the day, even with the fine that the EU put on Google, $1.7 billion. Well, they made that back today, up 2% on the day. Facebook climbing over 2% on the day. Amazon had a strong day today. Another component of the FANGs, Amazon up 2%. Home Depot was up. Apple was up a little under 1% for the day. Netflix had a very strong day today, almost up 5% on the day for Netflix, so a strong move there. Some of your oil stocks were moving up a little bit today. ConocoPhillips, Oxy, APC, Hess, etc. You had Schlumberger in the oil services sector, the OIH, Halliburton moving up. Rig was moving up. If we go ahead and check the heat map, you see the banks were down. JP Morgan, Bank America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup was down about 2% on the day. And then the regional banks were also down today. So that's your heat map, courtesy of FinViz. So like we said in the front of the video, so you had gold, the dollar moving down and gold moving up. Today, gold NUG, JNUG, was up almost 8% on the day. Here's JNUG. This will be something I'll be watching for a possible continuation move for tomorrow in JNUG. We also had oil up today. The USO, the OIH was up 1.72% on the day. Like I said, the TLT, as the TLT moves up, the bond yield moves down, so TLT with a move up today. Silver was up, so commodities were popping here today. If we go ahead and look what was down, your banks, your regional banks took a big move down, represented by the KRE here, down almost over 3% on the day. If we go ahead and look at the IYT, the transports were down today about over 1.5%. 2.5% on the transports today. IWM still battling to get up over that 200 SMA. The SMH pulled back a little bit on the SMH, but still holding up above the 5 EMA. So that's some of your sectors there. If we go ahead and look at some of the sectors in the SPY itself. The oil and gas exploration sector was up 2.78%, so almost 3% on the day there. XLE, the energy sector, was up a little under 1% for the day. To the downside, as you can see, the XLF was down over 2% on the day. The XBI was down about 1%. And we had the XRT, the retail ETF, down almost 1% on the day. Let's go ahead and look at the Trade Exchange News Service, Squawk Box news that came out after the bell tonight. So Walmart's Chief Technology Officer, Jeremy King, leaving the company. So Walmart was moving down in the after hours tonight. VXRT announced closing of its public offering there. We had Micron Technologies come out with earnings. Now, at first, Micron was moving down, and then they had their conference call at around 4:30, and so Micron recovering. You could see how volatile it was in the after hours tonight. Earnings per share revenue missed there on Micron Technologies, but the CEO or somebody on the conference call said something that they liked, and so they're pushing this one up in the after hours on Micron. So Micron might be on the move for tomorrow and kind of save the semiconductor sector tomorrow. FBI it comes out and is probing criminal probe in Boeing here. So Boeing was down, that coming from the Seattle Times. When that news first came out, just before the close here, Boeing moving down hard further in the after hours, recovering a little bit. So Boeing, still some news, and now the FBI is getting involved in a criminal probe on them. Let's see, we had Guess Jeans earnings per share miss by 6 cents and a revenue miss on GES. So that stock selling off in the after hours. Williams-Sonoma had earnings come out after the bell. They popped this one up after the earnings came out. Earnings per share and revenue beat for Williams-Sonoma and WSM. They beat by 13 cents on earnings. And then they also announced an increase to the dividend and a stock repurchase authorization increase of $500 million for WSM. WEX earnings per share beat by 1 cent, revenue beat there. And we'll keep scrolling along. WOR earnings per share revenue miss. For that one, OGEN announces proposed underwritten public offering on OGEN. WWE announces new global headquarters in Stamford. And Levi Strauss, their pricing of their initial public offering at $17 per share. Shares will begin trading on the NYSE March 21st. Ticker is Levi, LEVI. So that news courtesy of the Trade Exchange News Service. So over here in the Dow 30, some of your top gainers today, you had Home Depot up 1%. McDonald's had a good day today, up 1%. Daily looks pretty good here on McDonald's. Apple climbing just under 1% for the day. Apple still remains under the 200 SMA and around that 190 spot on AAPL for Apple. Over in the S&P 500, percent change today. We had Netflix, like I said, with that nice move up, almost 5% on the day. Here's the chart of Netflix bouncing off the 10 SMA. Nice push up, nice solid candle here in Netflix today. Twitter had a very nice day today. Nice pop up. 2 million shares came into Twitter. I believe that one's on my watch list for tomorrow. And some of the oils, like I said, making some nice moves. MRO, Halliburton, Martin moving up. Hess having a good day. Hess daily chart looks interesting here. You have a nice cup, a handle here, trying to get up over the 200 SMA, or you could say it's kind of a head and shoulders here. Here's your head, here's the shoulders, and you're getting back above that right shoulder there. So a lot of oil stocks moving up today. Facebook had a nice recovery day. Facebook remains under the 20 SMA here on Facebook. Let's go ahead and look at some of the stocks that I follow for change today. You had WLL, another what is this? Whiting Petroleum. This stock was up nicely today. 8 million shares on WLL, up almost 9% on the day. Wix had a very strong day today. Wix moving up today almost over 8.5% on WIX. NTNX, they had their analyst meeting today, and this stock, nice climb here for today, up about 6.5% on the day for NTNX. So that's some of your winners there. In the marijuana space today, SMG down almost 6% on the day. They're a component of the marijuana ETF, the MJ, so that was down about 6% on the day. If we go ahead and look what was your top one for today, ZIOP got the most buying in the MJ ETF, ZIOP. CGC follows that one, up about 1.65% for the day. Let's go ahead and look at the some of the components in the IWM real fast. To the downside today, we had AMRS took a hit, down 20% on the day on AMRS. Over there in the IWC, some that were down today. We had Surf taking a hit, down almost 12% on the day. HAIR down about 11% on the day. Some low float movers today. You had RBZ up almost 18% on the day. SLGG up 16% on the day. CUR had a very nice day today. That stock was up 12% on the day. TTNP was also up today about 12%. ZYNE, which we traded in the service at Zozo StockWatch today, we got a couple of trades out of this one today, up almost 12% on the day. Trove was up over 9% on the day, TROV. So that's some of your low float top gainers for today. Some stocks that we'll have on watch for tomorrow. This AG Silver Company popping up nicely, 3.9 million shares. Let's see if we can take out the highs of today, $6.96 or $7 for AG. Possible swing trade in this name, kind of flagging here, but I think needs to get up over that $7 area. AMD will be back on watch for tomorrow. Looking for this one, maybe to pull back some type of red to green move in AMD if they pull this one down on that name, so that'll be on watch. AVCO. Now this one had a big pop up over $13. This was back in January, towards the end of January. It's been quiet, holding above the 200 SMA, starting to turn back up. The volume today, about 500,000 shares. Nice candle. The high on this candle was $5.48. So maybe if it can clear that 550 area, we might get a nice move in AVCO. It's kind of been a stealth move up, getting back over the 50 SMA. AYTU holding up okay today, had a big move up yesterday, pulled back to about the 5 EMA here, holding above $2, 2.6 million shares, not giving back too much, so that one will be on watch. CNAT will be on watch. You see this kind of flag here going on in CNAT, holding above the 5, the 10. So I'll keep this one on watch on CNAT. Let's see if we can clear this high back here. We had a 302 high. So if this thing can get up over the highs today of about 296, maybe we'll clear that 302 spot. Keep it on watch. CUR, nice pop. I spoke about this in the beginning of the video. 1.4 million shares. Now, this is an under $1 name, but it is trying to turn the corner here. If you like those under $1 names, keep your eye on that. Another name we'll be watching is CYC. As you can see, I have a lot of lines on this chart. Let me get rid of some of them. So CYC, nice pop today, 2.2 million shares. Getting up above $1, a little bit of rejection at 103 on CYC. Watch this one tomorrow morning in the pre-market. It might want to make a move here. There was a recent high of about $1.05. Nice closing candle. Let's see if it's doing anything in the after hours. No, it's hanging around that $1 spot. GSVC. Now, when the Lyft IPO comes out, this has supposedly a piece of the Lyft IPO. So this one got going today. I missed it today. It got up over this 711 spot today. Nice move up on GSVC. So I'll have that one on watch for tomorrow. GTE, small little oil name popping up. 4 million shares came into GTE today. So this one will be on watch. Intraday oil plays look like they're making nice moves. JNUG might be interesting to watch for tomorrow. JNUG to see if there's any kind of continuation. If the dollar, the UUP or the dollar keeps moving down, that should push gold stocks up. Here it is on the intraday chart on JNUG, got as high as $11.30. This is when the FOMC came out with the announcement, and JNUG was off to the races there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the KL. This is a Kirkland Gold. This is a Canadian company. It bounced right off the 50 SMA and that $32 level. You have the 5 EMA up ahead. The high today was 33.40. We're holding above 33 on this gold name. So keep an eye on this one. It's a strong stock with a pullback. You might get a turn back up in KL, possible swing trade in that. So McDonald's, we spoke about that on the earlier portion of the video. Nice move up today, a 1% plus gainer today. So McDonald's has a high of 185.36. So maybe if it can get up over 185.36, 185.50 or so, maybe you get a continuation move out of Mickey D's. Looks good. NDRA for the smaller stocks has that $3 area up ahead on NDRA, so I'll be watching this one intraday for that $3 break. If you don't like JNUG, you might want to take a look at NUGT, NUGT. Has that $21 area coming up. Nice volume in it today. We'll have to see if the commodities make a continuation move. Over in the software application space, this PS came on my radar. 2.7 million shares, has that 32 number up ahead on PS. So keep an eye on this one. Let's see. Solo had a nice pop today. We got a nice trade in a couple of trades in Solo today. One a little bit better than the other one. Here's the chart. I played Solo right in here on this candle. Actually, it was on a 2-minute candle. So I played Solo right here. All right, when it first kind of opened up, it popped up, and then I got a little money out of it, and then I took my eye off of it, but the other folks in the room were watching it on this break of 4 again, and they got a beautiful pop up to over 450 on SOLO. So that was a nice gainer for us today for the members of the service at Zozo StockWatch. So this one will be back on watch for tomorrow. SPLK starting to turn back up, has that $130 area up ahead, 131. So keep this one on watch. Possible swing trade in Splunk. Here was a trade that we did in the service in TIGR. This was after the FOMC announcement came out. So going into the close here, right, we were watching this thing over $10.05, $10.03. It breaks over that number there, and it just ran straight up into the close. A big move up. So some members are doing a overnight swing trade in this. We had a day trade with a big pop, so we always, recommend if you get a nice cushion in the stock, if you want, you can hold a little bit, and it's holding up in the after hours. Today's IPO, it's a financial brokerage IPO today, so a nice move up, a China name, I believe. So nice pop up there and a nice gainer. We'll have had a nice day today. Nice volume, expanding volume coming in on Twitter. Nice move up. So Twitter will be on watch for tomorrow in the after hours. It's holding pretty steady here on Twitter. Workday is a possibility for an entry here. So I'll be watching Workday tomorrow, holding above all the fast moving averages there. Wix had a very strong day today. WIX, big move up here from 110 all the way up to 118. So I'll be watching this for the next few weeks. WIX, looking for an entry on that one. Yoga, back to the small ones here. Yoga had a nice close today. YOGA. Personal services. This one popped up as high as $1.19. So Yoga will be on watch to see if it wants to do anything for tomorrow. ZUO, kind of quiet here. Software infrastructure play, has that 24 area, so you might want to keep an eye on ZUO for the next few days. A volume kind of picking up in this name. You have a cup, a handle. It's kind of consolidating here. It looks like a quiet one in the software space, so keep an eye on it. Maybe it wants to play some catch up on that one. ZYNE, we traded this 2 times in the service today for nice gainers. So ZYNE, nice pop, big expanding volume coming into this name. So this stock will be on watch for tomorrow, ZYNE. All right, this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. If you'd like to try my service, it's $30 for 30 days. You can find the link down in the description box down below. If these videos are helping you out, please hit the thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you'll be informed every time we do a new video. Have a great night, everybody. Good day trading tomorrow. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com.